Dear students, in the previous class, we have studied chemical processes are associated with energy changes. The energy changes between system and surrounding can take place in many ways, but the heat and work are the most common ways for the exchange between system and surroundings. Today, we will study about heat, work, internal energy and the first law of thermodynamics. Heat. When the system and surroundings are at different temperatures, then exchange of energy takes place in the form of transfer of heat. If a system is at higher temperature, then it loses heat to the surroundings or vice versa. This exchange of energy, which is a result of temperature difference, is called heat. Its symbol is small q. The heat absorbed by the system Q can be measured in the terms of temperature difference. As per the sign convention, the Q is positive when the heat is absorbed by the system and Q is negative when heat is transferred from the system to the surroundings. Work. Exchange of energy between system and surrounding can occur in the form of work. Work may be mechanical, electrical or pressure volume work. Let me explain the mechanical or the electrical work first. For example, if the water is there in the thermos flask and the walls of the thermos flask are non-conducting, if we agitate this water with the help of the paddles, the temperature of the water increases. This is mechanical work. I can also heat up the water by using an immersion rod. This is electrical work. But in the thermodynamics, we deal with the pressure volume work. Pressure volume work occurs if system consists of gaseous substance and there is a difference of pressure between system and surroundings. Work is denoted by alphabet W and its unit is joules. Mathematical expression for work is minus P delta V. As per the IUPAC sign convention, work done on the system is positive and work done by the system is taken as negative. Internal energy. Every system is associated with a definite amount of energy. This energy is due to the individual energy of the constituent particles. For example, there are different types of energies which are associated with the constituent particles like translational energy, rotational energy, vibrational energy or the nuclear energy. The sum total of all these energies is internal energy, also known as intrinsic energy, a quantity which represents the total energy of the system. It may be chemical, electrical, mechanical or any other type of energy you may think of. The sum of all these is the energy of the system. In thermodynamics, we call it the internal energy. Its symbol is U. Previously, the symbol for the internal energy was capital E. Internal energy of the system can be changed by heat passes into or out of the system or work is done on or by the system, matter enters or leaves the system. To determine the exact value of internal energy is not possible because to determine the exact value of the constituent energies like vibrational, translational, rotational energies etc. is not possible. So, we find the change in the internal energy which depends upon the initial and the final state of the system. We can say that internal energy is a state function. That means it depends upon the initial and the final state of the system and it does not depend upon the path by which that state has been achieved. For example, production of CO2. CO2 can be formed by heating carbon in excess supply of oxygen or by heating calcium carbonate. But 1 mole of CO2 at STP has fixed amount of internal energy irrespective of the path by which we have obtained it. Internal energy is an extensive property. That means it depends on the quantity and the size of the matter. We can measure the change in internal energy. Delta U is equals to UF minus UI, where delta U is the change in the internal energy, UF is the internal energy of the final state, and UI is the internal energy of the initial state. U is equals to QV. It means it is the heat exchange at constant temperature and constant volume. For a process involving evolution of energy, delta U is equals to negative, that is, it is less than 0. And for a process involving absorption of energy, delta U is positive, that is, delta U is greater than 0. For an isothermal process involving ideal gas, delta U is equals to 0. The units of energy. The unit of internal energy is joules. It is the SI unit. We can also measure internal energy in terms of calories. 1 calorie is equals to the heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. 1000 calories is equals to 1 kilocalorie. Internal energy, work and heat. How we can change the internal energy of the system? That can be done by 2 ways. By doing work on the system or by the work done by the system, or if the system absorbs heat or the system evolves heat. The internal energy of a substance or object can be changed in 2 ways, by letting heat flow in or out of the substance, that is Q, or by the substance doing work or having work done on it. Q is positive if the heat flows in, and if the work is done on the system, then work done is also positive. We have to keep in mind the sign conventions while doing the numericals also. Delta U is equals to Q plus W. Q is the heat exchange between the system and the surrounding, and W is the work done. It is a common life experience that when the energy in one form appears, then equal amount of energy in some another form disappears. The total energy of the universe remains constant. Let us take an example of a cracker. Cracker has the chemicals stored in it. When we burn the cracker, the chemical energy is transformed into heat, light and sound energy. We can say that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Simply we say that it is a law of conservation of energy. It forms the basis of the first law of thermodynamics. It states that the total energy of the universe, that is system plus surroundings, remains always constant. The first law of thermodynamics is also known as the law of conservation of energy because the net energy of the universe is constant. A change in the internal energy of a closed thermodynamic system is equal to the difference between the heat supplied to the system and the amount of the work done by the system on its surroundings. Mathematically, first law is delta U is equals to Q plus W. By first law of thermodynamics, we can say that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. The first law of thermodynamics does not give any idea about the direction of the flow of heat. It does not tell about the magnitude of heat transferred between the system and the surroundings. Enthalpy, H, or we can say the heat content of the system, is another thermodynamic parameter. Total energy associated with any system, which includes its internal energy and also energy due to environmental factors such as pressure volume conditions. It is a state function and an extensive property. State function. As I have explained you earlier, state function means it depends upon the initial and the final state of the system. It does not depend on the path. Extensive property means it depends on the quantity of the matter contained in the system. Dear students, we have studied heat and work are the major forms of the energy exchanges between system and surroundings. Heat change only takes place when there is a difference in the temperature of system and surroundings, and the heat exchange takes place till the system and surroundings attain the same temperature. Work is also another way of exchange of energy between system and surrounding. As per the sign conventions, heat absorbed by the system has given the positive sign and heat released by the system is given the negative sign. The same way, the work done on the system is positive and the work done by the system is negative. Every system is associated with internal energy, which the exact value cannot be calculated. We only find the change in the internal energy. Internal energy of the system can be changed by changing the heat and the work. Delta U is equals to Q plus W. The first law of thermodynamics, which is also a law of conservation of energy, which says that the energy of the universe is constant. We have also studied about the enthalpy or the heat content of the system. We will study now the relationship between the internal energy and enthalpy in the next class. Thank you.